Prior to J. Edgar Hoover being named acting director, there were two women that were already special agents. Alaska Davidson and Jessie Duckstein were hired between 1922 and 1924. When Hoover became acting director on May 10, 1924, Hoover requested Davidson's resignation because of a reduction in the workforce. Her resignation was accepted on June 10, 1924. Acting Director Hoover also requested Agent Duckstein's resignation. Her resignation was accepted on May 13, 1924. So basically, Director Hoover was appointed on May 10th, and within 30 days of his arrival, these two women were no longer special agents.
I started doing some research on the first females in the FBI, and I really didn't know very much except for the females that came in starting in 1972, just after Hoover's death. In the FBI records obtained through Freedom of Information, Lenore Houston was assigned to the position of special agent by J. Edgar Hoover. She is the only woman who he ever designated as a special agent. At first, Lenore Houston got exceptional ratings, but just before she left the Bureau, she was taking a tremendous amount of leave.
In 1928, there are all of these memos to the file about all the time she was taking off from the job.
Many of those memos are written by J. Edgar Hoover. In late 1928, she was asked to resign.
A report dated December 30th, 1930, indicates she was confined to a hospital suffering hallucinations and had threatened to shoot Hoover as soon as she was released. After Lenore Houston's resignation, there were no more women hired as special agents during J. Edgar Hoover's 48-year tenure as director of the FBI. Hoover believed women could not handle the demands of the position, but just 8 days after Hoover's death in May 1972, acting FBI Director L. Patrick Gray issued a press release announcing that women could finally be considered for the FBI special agent position. 2 months later, on July 17, 1972, Joanne Paris, who had been a nun in New York for 10 years before joining the FBI in 1970 as a researcher, and Susan Raleigh, a 25-year-old former Marine, were sworn in as FBI special agents. To learn more about women agents in the FBI, listen to FBI Retired Case File Review episodes 264, 265, and 266.